Hello guys, it's Max here from Daily Market Movements and welcome to another episode where today we're going to be analyzing the S&P500 followed by the Nasdaq100 and the DowJones30 futures charts as always. Very interesting trading session yesterday. I just wanted to start off on that note. Let's just quickly analyze what happened because obviously I posted my video quite early during yesterday's trading session. Where we did start the day with a rally, and that rally actually developed throughout the trading session. And I saw a few pros and cons with regards to the price action that occurred during yesterday's trading session. So I just wanted to take today as an opportunity for me to come onto YouTube and to present both the pros and the cons of the price action that we saw during yesterday's trading session, and then for you guys to determine where you believe the markets are going to trade next. So, just starting off here with the S&P 500, we bounced very nicely. But, if we just break this chart down to the 2-hour time frame, as you can see, we haven't really done that much damage towards the upside. We're still trading within this downtrend from the highs that we achieved back at the end of July. And, if this trend wants to continue, then we could potentially see a lower low, where we do go and break down below the lows that we formed last Friday at around 4,341. And that's still something that I believe is most likely to happen. I don't believe that this move towards the downside is finished. And that may shock many of you at home. Same here for the Nasdaq100. The Nasdaq100 does look slightly better. We are attempting to break out here, but of course the US markets haven't opened yet, and we could potentially see some more volatility towards the downside. But RSI on the 2-hour chart now starting to become overbought, so we could start to see some added selling pressures. And I feel like the Nasdaq 100 was just waiting for the S&P 500 on the daily. If I just quickly take it back to the daily chart to hit the 50-day EMA, and that has just happened in the past minute or so. So we haven't really broken towards the upside just yet. We're still waiting for that move, to confidently say that we have now broken back out towards the upside. Same here for the Nasdaq 100. If I just quickly take you to the 1-day chart, we're still trading pretty much around that 50-day EMA. We have just dipped above it in the past couple of, in the past hour or so. But of course, again, the US markets haven't yet opened. And then moving over to the DowJones30, we're still trading below the 50-day EMA. And this is a typical technical movement that you do tend to see. When you break below an area of previous support, you typically go to the next target. In this case, it was the 0.236 fib area from the peak to trough movement that we had back in 2022. We hit that target, and now we're going back to test the previous support as a new area of resistance here. And if we get rejected, then we could potentially go down and trigger a new low. Also, one thing I didn't like during yesterday's trading session was Nvidia. I did mention to you yesterday that you should be keeping a very close eye on Nvidia as it is reporting earnings on Wednesday, so tomorrow evening. And this stock absolutely catapulted higher yesterday, skyrocketed towards the upside, finished 8.5% higher, and had just over $100 billion in net worth added to this name in just one trading session yesterday. So that was a very, very, very strong day for this stock. But I don't like moves like this going into an earnings print. And I feel like it could be, perhaps buy the rumor, sell the news type of event that's setting up to play out here for Nvidia. So, yes, yesterday from the outside looked like a very strong day, but if you open up the bonnet in terms of the actual mechanics of the market, there wasn't many other names that were leading apart from cyber security stocks on the back of Palo Alto's earnings report, and a few semiconductor names like AMD and Nvidia, which were up around 2%, and of course Nvidia was up around 8.5%. But I just want to quickly share with you one of the positives that I did see during yesterday's trading session, and that is with regards to the 10-year bond yield. We currently see the 10-year at 4.312%. We are testing resistance that we achieved back in October/November of 2022, and for the first time yesterday, I actually saw a very positive cycle occur. For the past year, every time that the 10-year note has traded higher, the S&P 500 has traded significantly lower. But we seem to have snapped that trend over the past 2 trading sessions, where we've had the 10-year yield trade higher, but we've also had the Nasdaq 100 follow suit. So this is a correlation, that I want to keep a very close eye on in the upcoming days, because according to my DeMark indicators, we are still yet to see the high for the 10-year bond yield. So I think that we could potentially see a spike up towards 4.4, maybe even 4.5% before we do find a peak here. But several times over the past couple of months, we continue to think that we found a peak, and it doesn't end up being that peak. That's a great example. There's been several other times as well, and we continue to march higher here for the 10-year. This was another great example. We thought we found a peak, but we hadn't, and I feel like we're just on the cusp of doing a very similar price movement where we perhaps go up towards higher prices. But yeah. The market's telling me that there's still another 4 to 5 days until the 10-year peaks out. And same for the S&P and the Nasdaq100. It's also telling me that there's still another 4 to 5 days of selling pressure to occur. And the S&P 500 should go down below 4,330. So that's what keeps me very cautious on this market at this moment in time, and why I'm hesitant to be a buyer despite yesterday's very strong move, and of course the strong move in the pre-market today. So I still see this as an opportunity to fade the rally, and there will be a better buying opportunity, but I think it will probably come next week when we do, if we do get, lower prices, and of course that confirmation from the mark signal. But that's it for today's video. I'm going to let you digest all that information that I've just shared with you in today's video. Don't forget, if you'd like to join my Signal team, then make sure you scan this QR code on your screen. It's completely free of charge to join. By scanning this QR code, it will take you to my website where you can sign up, and it takes 10 seconds to get involved. And of course, you can cancel at any time. If you don't like the stuff that I post on that group and you want out, then you can do so. It takes 5 seconds to cancel, and there is no catch whatsoever. Also, you will also gain access to my daily market research that I post over my Telegram group chat prior to every US market open to help navigate you through the volatile markets. But thank you very much for watching today's video. I look forward to seeing you all over on Telegram. Have a lovely day.